I want y'all to know something, right? You gotta be careful who you let pray for you and who is praying for you, right? Have you ever noticed Christians, different people from walks of life that's very religious, right? They be like, hey, I'm gonna pray for that man or woman over there. They drinking too much. I'm gonna pray for this family member. They stealing, they doing wrong, right? I'm gonna pray for my boyfriend or my girlfriend, right? He or she need to do better at this. I'm gonna pray for him, right? You ever notice that they always praying for somebody, either in their family, either on the street. They say they want to pray for them. They're gonna pray for them, right? They're gonna pray for them to stop committing the sin that they doing, right? Or doing the wrong that they're doing. They're gonna pray for them, right? Meanwhile, they say that, right? And the church have been known, the black church, white church, churches in general, they're against evil, they're against sin, they're against wrongdoing, they're against witchcraft, they're against all that shit, right? But have you ever thought about what a prayer is, right? A prayer is witchcraft because basically you asking your God to change somebody from the sin of wrongdoing that they like to do so they do something else. So you're actually performing witchcraft, praying for somebody that enjoy the sin that they doing and that they don't want to stop, and you want to pray for them because you want them to do what you want them to do, or you want them to do what your God say do. Meanwhile, they fine just doing what the fuck they doing. That's witchcraft within itself, masquerading under the religious guidelines of they praying for somebody. It's one thing if a man or woman say, hey, whether it be your family member, whoever, say, hey, pray for me. That's understandable. You're doing what they ask you to do and they free will want and need prayers in that moment. But when these people see people on the street, people in their day-to-day life, and they be like, hey, I'm about to come pray for you. Pray for that sister. She drinking, she smoking, she clubbing. Pray for your mama, your dad, people praying for you. If you content with doing what you doing and they praying for you, they're putting witchcraft on you by praying the prayers that they're praying. Because you is content with how you are. You okay with what you're doing wrong. They're not. So they're using their God to pray for you. So you do what they feel like you should do for their God and for them, for their benefit. You see how that works? But they masqueraded under prayers. But if someone is content with how they living and what they doing, and you praying for them, you in your own right doing witchcraft, no matter what God you believe in. So if you see a stranger over there, he like robbing somebody, and he robbed somebody, you be like, you gonna pray for him? Don't fucking pray for them. They happy doing what they doing. They robbing some motherfucking body. You see somebody over there that like gossiping about somebody, you like, I'm gonna pray for them. They need to stop gossiping about somebody. Motherfucker, they like what the fuck they doing. But all religious people of all walks of life feel like they God executioner. They gonna execute people for God. That they know all and think all and they got it all together when they don't. Because if somebody like doing who they doing, if they like being a fucked up person and you praying for them, you fucking up. You doing witchcraft on them because you asking your God to change that person. I want them to change. I want them to be different for me and my God. That's witchcraft within itself. You forcing somebody to do something. You're forcing a change. You're forcing something out of someone that they don't want to do. Which is that's what witchcraft is by what the King James Bible say and all the Bibles and all these political and spiritual people say that's what that is. But you catch your Christian people, your Muslim people do it all day long. Think none of it. If the person like sinning, that's what they like to do. They like to sin. But you notice with all pastors, all religious people, they always talk about they praying for somebody. They didn't ask for their motherfucking prayers. Watch who the fuck you let pray for you, because you don't know what the fuck they praying for. Just word of thought.